Okay, so here is a super short version of what the fuck do you do with Reiki. Ground. So take a moment, breathe, feel your feet, feel your butt. Oh, wait, now my body is doing it too. Excuse me. It's like, oh yeah, I love the sport, so I'm gonna do it with you. Okay, and feel your body's roots sinking into the ground and just let them ooze like mine are doing right now. Feels so good. And let your little foot chakra eyes open up, and your root chakra's opening up. Yes, very good, just like that. And then once you've rooted and grounded and connected to that energy from the ground, you also open up your crown chakra, open up to the heavens, the source, to energy up there. There you go. You just feel that eye opening up and connecting with the heavens. So when you do Reiki, you are connecting the up there energy of the heavens with the down there rooted energy of the earth. You're drawing up from the ground the juice through your roots, and you're drawing down from the heavens the energy through your crown chakra. And then guess what? Right there in your heart, they mix. And then once you've done this a lot, it comes faster. But first, just like do each step very conscientiously. Feel the energy mixing up in your heart, and then notice that your arms and your hands and the little eye chakras in your hands come directly from your heart as little conduits. So you take this mixed up, beautiful, grounded, connected energy that's now broiling around in your heart, and the eventual thing you're going to do in like another minute is it's going to come through your hands. And mine are already getting like hot and excited. They're like, oh yeah, we love this part. And if you want to, you can think about the little eye chakras in your palms softening and opening up and allowing these channels to flow freely. If you want to do a little practice before you jump in, you can, oh wait, now mine are doing it too. They're like, we love this. You can practice allowing some juice, some chi, some prana to flow through your channels and through your open hand-eye chakra bits. And you can make a little chi ball between your palms, and you can play with the chi ball. You can condense it and make it super shiny and bright and hot. You can open it up and feel it loosey-goosey and gushy between your hands. If you want to, you can allow it to become this big rainbowy bubble. You can allow the rainbowy bubble to expand as big as the room, or as big as you want it to be, as big as the whole universe. And then you can shrink it down to a tiny little white hot, super strong little tiny bit in between your hands. And then you can, snap and put it away. This is just so that you get a sense of the feeling of the energy. This is like practice. So now that you have a sense of what you, the practitioner, get to do, you deal with your client. In this case, it's you. Could be anybody. You first become present with that person. And just take a moment in this new grounded space to allow yourself to be open to whatever the person's energy bubble is saying. Allow yourself to notice their various energy bubbles. People are like atoms. They have a big shiny electron shell way out far, and then progressively brighter, more concentrated ones as you get closer and closer to their skin. And there's a very noticeable one like 2 or 3 feet away from them that you can kind of feel if you poke your hand around in that. Go ahead and like do this with yourself while you're listening. And then as you get closer and closer, there's like a fuzzy bit sort of 6 inches away or so that you often see in religious paintings as a halo, because it's usually, in most people, it's brightest around their heads, and that gets farther and farther away as it goes down to their feet. You'll especially notice this in people who are not very embodied. Anyway, and then like closest to the skin, there's like this electric, super shiny sort of wetsuit that you can see like shining right around them, and it's super close. You just take a moment, notice, hallucinate. If you don't see it now, that's fine. Eventually you'll see it. The thing here is that instead of very yangfully inflicting your will and your need to change the situation on to your Reiki recipient, which in this case is you, you are allowing yourself to be a mutual participant and an equal listener and a compassionate space holder for what already is. And the first thing that you have to do is you have to be, guess what? Present with what is, instead of telling something to change. So you take your moment, you're noticing what you notice. Right now we're noticing the boat going by me. Hi, boat. Take your moment to notice whatever this situation has to tell you. It may or may not have anything to do with what you planned on it telling you, going in. In fact, usually it's not quite at all what you think you're expecting to hear or see or notice. Anyway, you listen. That's your main job all the way through. You listen with your hands, you listen to, in this case, since you're dealing with a specific injury, listen specifically to that area, and, sort of approach with your free hand, but see if that injury wants to be touched or not, and see where, like, if there is an invitation to come to this spot, find out where in the energy field that invitation is. Is it 3 feet away? Is it touching your skin? Is it 1.5 feet away? There'll be some spot that has a rightness to it, a resonance, a harmonic, yeah, this is it. This is the good stuff. And if you're too far away or you're too close, you'll feel it. And especially since you're dealing with an active injury, the active injury will be pretty good about telling you, nah, that's too close, or come here, I need more. So mostly your job is to be present with what is and sort of magnify and reflect back to your recipient what you're noticing. You can sort of think of yourself as like the magnifying glass with the leaf on the sidewalk, and the sunshine comes, and with the focusing magnifying glass you direct, you bounce and redirect and reflect the sunshine energy, and then you set fire to the leaf. You're basically doing that. You're not focusing the practitioner's will on what you need to change. Change is going to happen all by itself. It's neat like that. Maybe if you listen, the injury in question will say, like, hey, I do need some direct, concrete, mansplaining suggestion, proposal, change energy directed at me. If that's what the injury needs, then yeah, it's then your job to use your more the sending out energy through your palm chakras and be like, send some nice fiery goodness that way. Often just using them as a reflective magnifying glass, as a mirror, is often much more powerful. Like using them as receiver senders as opposed to just senders. Sometimes being present with the thing and letting it talk to you, and maybe it just says, oh, I just need some love. Like, that's enough and everything, and more than everything. Sometimes you run into something that's super snarled up, and like the approach that's indicated is, okay, I'm going to tell you what to do, but because I think that's the right thing to do in this case. And when you choose that direct sending approach, don't think, oh, I'm going to tell you what to do and now you have to do it. And it's more like you're going to set in place a channel, an opportunity that then the in this case the injury, the recipient, whatever, can then choose on its own time when and if it's ready. Then they can choose to go through it, to accept your invitation in the way that feels right for it. Remember, as the recipient, that it's totally a beautiful thing to be emotionally engaged. However, like, don't use up your Herzblut. Like, care by being involved. Don't care by sacrificing any of yourself, which is easier to notice when you're dealing with other people than when you're dealing with yourself, but still, I think you'll get it. Anyway, and then just keep on listening until the body says, okay, you're done. Remember that this is for the highest possible good, with no attachment to what that looks like. I forgot to say in the beginning, of course, invite the person's spirit guides to come join you. Often they do much more fabulous work than any human being could ever do, so just allowing it to be simple and creating a safe space for them to come do their thing is awesome. If they come, they come. If they don't come, that's cool. Or maybe they come and you just don't personally notice it yet. Practice helps. Anyway, when your recipient's energy lets you know that you're done, then put some kind of bow on the experience and tactfully extract yourself, ground the person, congratulate everyone on a job well done, and move on with your life. Good luck.